In 28 years, this was the first time a motoring TV had covered a car rally. It was the 2011 Targa Newfoundland, and you may recognize these boys demonstrating how driver and co-driver should not behave. That, of course, is Rob Wells and JP Tremblay of the Trailer Park Boys. We had a good time, but realized we had a lot more to learn about this sport. Well, this week may be that week. We're in beautiful Porto, Portugal for what is considered one of the top rallies in the world, and it's aptly titled Rally Portugal. Now, this is my first time in Portugal and my first time at such a big race, so I have to admit of being a little overwhelmed and maybe a little intimidated, but I've got good news. I have found the man that will help me tell you the story, and that man is Luis Moya. He is a two-time World Rally champion. Now, he's retired right now, but he's a spokesman for the sports and maybe more importantly for the Volkswagen racing team. So now let's meet Luis. Let's meet Portugal and this rally and maybe discover what we're missing back home.
Well, the World Rally Championship is a series that takes place over every continent. There's 13 races every year, at the end of which we crown a world champion. All kinds of manufacturers are represented. Of course, Volkswagen is right there, and we've got a great field of drivers. Volkswagen has been in the World Rally Championship now for the last 3 seasons, and we're defending world champions from last year and from 2013 when we were in our first year, our first championship. What more can I say about Luis Moya? You can't help but feel the charisma from this guy. As a 2-time defending world champion, he walks in a rarefied air in this industry, but he's really down to earth.
We are in one of the most famous places in the history of rallying, not only in Portugal Rally, not on the World Rally Championship, but in the history. This jump is somewhere there, which is called Face, and we can congregate here in this stage. There are over 50,000 people. You will never see more spectators in a rally in the World Rally Championship than you will see here.
We have 2 teams, 3 cars, and all of our drivers have the same equipment. That's very important for us because they have the same conditions and they can fight as hard as possible. My engineers are doing a very good job for these cars, and I want to look and to follow them, what they have done with the cars, what are the results, and how high is the performance of the cars.
For Canadian consumers, isn't it kind of nice to know that the same engineer that's designing the shock absorber for a WRC Polo is designing the shock that's going in your Jetta, your Golf, your Tiguan?
The car that comes from a factory in Spain, in the north of Spain, Navarra, is a very standard car from the beginning. We take it to Hanover, we strip the car completely, we take everything out, ashtray included, and then we put a roll cage inside, we put all the safety equipment, and then obviously all the technicians from Volkswagen Motorsport, they prepare the car for competition.
You know, one of the challenges of rally racing is getting from one stage to the other. It can lead up to maybe several hours in a car. Well, like NASCAR, officials here do everything they can to make sure not only the fans get close to the action, but also the media. I mean, that's our ride to the next stage. You know, I could get really used to this.
Those guys they are cooking, they came last night at 7 o'clock. And this guy came this morning at 5, and he walked for 6 kilometers with all his staff to get here to see the rally. And then obviously at the end he has to walk 6 kilometers back.
And Luis, we stay here until tomorrow.
Normally the service, they have 15 minutes for breakfast, half an hour at lunch, 45 in the evening. What you do in service, repair the car if needed. In this car, you can change almost everything that the Federation, the FIA, allows you to in under 15 minutes. That's a gearbox 11 minutes, a turbo 7 minutes, rear diff 8 minutes. It's all that quick. I was a co-driver myself all my life, never a cooker, but I love food. I love eating, even though I'm slim, I love to eat. If people come to Portugal, always ask for bacalhau. That's the name of codfish in Portuguese. Bacalhau. Bacalhau grill. This is with ham inside. Sometimes they cook it just grill, but it's really, really good. I've been trying it all over around the world, but I've never eaten codfish better than in Portugal. When you're in a rally car, you don't want to eat this. You want to eat a dish, a plain pasta or something like that. Because when you're jumping around, to have something like that inside is not ideal.
For the company, not only do we get the notoriety at the WRC event with all the wins that we've accumulated and all the excitement that goes along with it, but we're looking at the long game. We're seeing the durability, the reliability in our road cars improving because of what we're learning right here on the rally courses.
Well, Volkswagen has swept the podium here at the Rally Portugal, and you got to think with all the incredible action that we've seen here this week, this is a sport that could really appeal to everybody back home. Luis, what do you think? Will you take this action across the pond?
I'm sure it will succeed. I would love to see something like this in North America.
Time will tell. Now, before we go, make sure you check us out at motoringtv.com and join us on Facebook. Get in on the conversation for the total motoring experience. That's it for now. We'll see you next time out as we continue to bring you more stories about cars and the people who drive them. Wait, one moment. For our Latin friends back home, Luis, take it away.
Esto es todo por ahora. Nos vemos la próxima vez para más historias sobre coches y la gente que los conduce. Muito obrigado.